Welcome back to Crypto Tutorial. On today's video, I would like to discuss Binance and how it's currently performing and how it will be performing during the upcoming days. Of course, I meant Binance Coin as well. If you're not following me down below on Twitter, do not forget to follow me at Thorough Crypto. It will be highly appreciated and you will be supporting the channel by doing so as well. I also posted my latest video about OMG Network. Do not forget to watch that one. It will be highly appreciated as well. So let's get started on Binance. So I already opened up Binance compared to Bitcoin on the daily time frame, and what you can clearly see is that we have seen this descending resistance with multiple touch points on the daily time frame. And what I think is of utmost importance is to be able to break out above it and head towards the upside afterwards. What I think is also very important, I already enabled the 200-day moving average. That is the purple line you're seeing over here. And what is important, that we have been underneath the 200-day moving average for the very first time after a very long period of time. The last time we were below the 200-day moving average was at the 3rd of February 2021. Why I think this as actually good news is due to the fact that if we see an increase afterwards and we break out above the 200-day moving average, we are going to expect something similar to what we previously saw, and that was a major move towards the upside on Binance Coin of 613% compared to Bitcoin. So therefore, I am pumped about what could possibly occur. This being said, I would like to take a look at just a few indicators more on the daily time frame compared to Bitcoin, and what that's actually the RSI. I would like to take a look at the RSI. Clearly on the RSI, we are also experiencing this downtrend. Once we break the downtrend on the RSI, I am really pumped that we are actually going to expect a major movement towards the upside. That is of course my personal opinion, but if we take a look at previous data, you can clearly see that once we see this lower high structure on the RSI, at the moment when we break out above it, we can exponentially see a growth in the price action. You could clearly see that as well at this point in time. We were seeing this lower high structures, and once we were able to break out above it, we saw a minor run up towards the upside of approximately, let's take a look from this point on, that would be here towards this point in time, would be a 14% increase. So something like this is possible, but let's take a look at even further previous data. For example, once we were below the 200-day moving average, you could clearly see that we went below the 200-day moving average. We were on a downward trend on the RSI for sure, just like this. And once we broke out above it, you could clearly see that afterwards we saw a clear moment of accumulation, and afterwards a major spike, and as well a run up on the RSI. So these are important to me due to the fact that if we're going to see a run up like this getting started once and more on the daily time frame, we could expect, as I said previously, a 600% move. So please take this into consideration. This is perhaps something you do not want to miss out on. This being said, I would like to head further to take a look at lastly the MACD. The MACD on the daily time frame is losing momentum. You can clearly see that, and that means that we could perhaps see a crossover on the Binance Coin compared to Bitcoin chart, meaning that we're going to increase in strength, and as well the price action will eventually follow. Heading towards the Binance compared to USD chart on the daily time frame, I would like to discuss a few things, starting right away with the MACD. On the MACD, on the daily time frame, it's not holding up very strong. We are clearly losing momentum towards the upside. But if we take a look at the 4-hourly time frame, for example, we are right now experiencing a crossover for the very first time after a very long period of time. And therefore, if we have enough momentum towards the upside, a crossover on the daily time frame won't occur. That is of course my opinion, but I think that is very unlikely to occur if we are experiencing major momentum towards the upside on the 4-hourly time frame, and as well for of course the 2-hourly, 3-hourly, and all the other time frames below the 4-hourly time frame. So we have seen this major spike during the last hours, but before discussing the 4-hourly time frame, I would like to head towards the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, you can clearly see that we actually found support on top of the 200-day moving average, clearly retesting. And what occurred previously, once we retested the 200-day moving average, you could clearly see we broke out above it, we retested, or we accumulated actually for a while on top of it, and we saw a major spike towards the upside of a major spike towards the upside of approximately 56%. So could this perhaps happen right now? I say absolutely yes, we could expect a 56% increase after this point in time during the, let's say, next month perhaps. If we are going to see a 56% increase, we are going to head once more towards the 631 US dollars, and that could perhaps be that we are going to retest the previous all-time high. So that would be absolutely amazing. This being said, I would like to discuss lastly over here as well the RSI. On the RSI, you can clearly see that we already broke the downtrend on the daily time frame. We have experienced already momentum towards the upside, and it could perhaps mean that we are going to continue. If we see, for example, the previous momentum towards the upside, we were far overextended. We head all the way towards the 96 on the RSI, meaning we have still a long way to go to head towards the 96 level, and therefore I'm not concerned at all that we are going to break out above the dotted line on the upper part of the RSI. It could actually be quite healthy because you could clearly see once the last time this occurred, we saw a major spike, accumulation for a while, and afterwards an even more bullish spike towards the upside. So right now, overall, if we stay on top of the 200-day moving average, I think it is looking rather good to me. Let's head towards the 4-hourly time frame. On the 4-hourly time frame, let's take a look at what we are currently experiencing. We were experiencing this higher low structure and a lower low structure on the chart, and clearly this bullish divergence has shown us a lot of strength due to the fact that we have seen this major candle during the past couple of hours. And if we just measure this candle by itself, you can see it's already an 11% candle move. So this candle, absolutely amazing to see how well it has been breaking out. Also, what is very important on the 4-hourly time frame, we broke this downtrend. We are breaking this downtrend so far. We are above the 0.382 at $417. I think perhaps during the next 4-hourly candle, we are going to need to see a close above the 0.382 Fibonacci, due to the fact that if we see the next candle head straight back down, that would be quite unfortunate for the overall movement towards the upside. So we would like to see this candle close above the 0.382, but also the next 4-hourly candle, we would like to see that one closing above the 0.382 as well. Clearly on the 4-hourly time frame, amazing, we are breaking out of this downtrend as well, so we still have a long potential run up to go towards the upside. I am very pumped about this. I think the RSI is completely bullish right now. We are clearly seeing this breakout of this downtrend on the RSI as well, and you can actually expect that we will still see momentum towards the upside due to this fact alone. Let's discuss as well the MACD. Well, we did that previously, but what you can see is that after this very long period of time, from the 3rd of October all the way towards the 12th of October, almost 12 days, we were in a major downtrend on the MACD, and right now for the very first time we are experiencing crossover. Perhaps we are going to see more momentum towards the upside. That would be great and absolutely amazing for Binance so far. So I'm very pumped about the current development on the chart. If we take a look as well at the EMA Ribbon, clearly absolutely amazing. We saw a crossover on the EMA Ribbon for a small tad, and right now we are heading straight back up. And if we are able to stay on top of the 0.382, we are going to be able to find support on top of the EMA Ribbon once more, and it will be serving as a major level of support as we saw previously. So this is very important to me for sure right now. And what are the target levels going to be? Well, right now my target is actually just being able to find support on top of the 0.382 and being able to find support on top of the EMA Ribbon so far. Afterwards, if we are going to experience momentum towards the upside, and as well as we discussed previously as well, the major downtrend being broken on the RSI, well, we could expect a major move heading even further above the 0.236, heading towards the 0 level at $517. If you ask me, that could be perhaps the case over here. So if we stay overall bullish on the cryptocurrency space, meaning Bitcoin has to be performing well as well, sideways trading does also count as a well performance for Bitcoin. we would like to see Bitcoin trading sideways or either towards the upside to actually realize these targets. If we're going to see a major decline on Bitcoin, we can for sure expect a decline as well on Binance Coin price action, and that is something we do not want to see occur right away. As well, taking into account that we broke out above this descending resistance, well, you can clearly see we were forming this falling wedge. If you ask me, we saw 3 touch points on this descending support, and as well we have seen multiple touch points at the beginning of this descending resistance, and as well multiple touch points at nearer time frames where we are currently trading at. So confirmed trend lines on both sides. This is for sure a falling wedge pattern, and right now we are seeing a breakout. What is the target of this breakout alone going to be for the upcoming hours? Yeah, well, for sure it's going to be the beginning, or well, let's say the start of this pattern, and that would be at $447.0. So this is going to be our target, $447. That is the target for now during this uptrend so far. Afterwards, if we are able to stay in between these two levels, I personally think it is very healthy, and that we will see afterwards a major run up getting created on the chart. So I really hope you enjoy the content, and if you would like to purchase cryptocurrencies, do not forget to use the links down below in the description. You will be supporting the channel by doing so, and as well it will be just so highly appreciated. Once again, guys, thank you very much for watching, and if you like the content, give me a thumbs up down below. Thank you and have a nice day.
Shout out to the airdrops, we're keeping your man stocked. I just pull a farmer from my bed in my bed sock. We all know the bank sucks.